It's NARANJO here, and I'm here to talk to you about ghetto gospel. Well, before I got into rock music and heavy music and what it is all about, heavy metal and anything that had drums, bass, the loud cymbals and that sort of thing, screaming, singing, vocals, I actually was a huge fan of hip-hop music. That was kind of first introduced to me. It was hip-hop, yes. And I absolutely loved it. I thought it was something that made me feel good. I was able to, back in the day we had cassette players, so we would record the radio broadcast, and they would play all these cool songs. And a lot of the hip hop that I really liked, they wouldn't play on radio. It was really underground stuff. Run DMC back in South Africa, back at the time, I think, during that time it was banned probably, but it was Run DMC. It was so much hip hop that I even dug into groups like Criss Cross, MC Hammer, and believe it or not, yes, Vanilla Ice. I knew words, I knew the lyrics. I used to walk around with these little hand gestures, and it was strange for a little brown kid from a small town, Afrikaans town that is, to be behaving this way. And it probably was very strange for a lot of people, but for me it was the escape. It was like, what is this? And that was hip hop. I loved it, the break dance moves. I could never really get out to their feet. So I think what happened was when I went overseas to South America to visit my family, I think I was about 14 years old or 13, I might be mistaken, but it was around that time. Everybody went to a concert, and I was invited to a concert, and I had my headphones with, let me be honest, I had, Criss Cross will make you jump, jump, back there make you jump, jump. I had Too Legit to Quit, MC Hammer Can't Touch This, Vanilla Ice. That was running in my little cassette players, my little mixtapes. That is the aesthetic of what I was into. And little did I know, I was ignoring everybody around me. It wasn't a language I was familiar with, even though that's my heritage. I just couldn't click with these Argentine, Uruguayan people because of the language barrier, I guess, and the traditions and all that sort of thing. Culture just different. And on stage there was this huge concert going on, and later I found out when I came back to South Africa what I'd actually missed. And all these years later I realized that was one of those moments where you wish you could really take back, and you wish you were in the moment and you weren't. The bands that were on there that night was Extreme, Van Halen, and it was, I might have it wrong, but it was Guns N' Roses. It was something like Guns N' Roses was huge in Argentina especially, so I missed out on all of that, really. I couldn't believe that they were in front of me. I missed out. I was in another world, another phase. But I soon became educated. Hip hop also went coinciding hand in hand with basketball, so that was my upbringing, was hip hop and basketball, and it just was one met the other. It was all about the ball and the hoop, and one day being an NBA superstar, NBA basketball player. That was my dream to do besides music. Music came by accident. And then I injured my knee, had 2 knee operations at the age of 15, and I was down for a couple of weeks, and in that time was when I picked up my father's guitar, and the rest is history. So that's what it's all about. That's what I think it came down to, is how it comes down to what I'm trying to explain to you about ghetto gospel and what it is to pay tribute to such an incredible writer. He was drastic in some of his opinions and some of his beliefs, but I think his core moral compass was exactly in the right place. So I found strength in that song in that time, especially during lockdown. I was able to just dig in and find songs that had a message, and I believe this was produced by Eminem and that crew. So I fell in love with hip hop once again, and I started listening to Eminem again and all that, and it was a cool journey just to get out of rock and heavy metal for a long time, and And during lockdown, I think that was a time that I had done the song before with another artist, but it just wasn't worth it anymore. Just the quality, I just feel, wasn't up to standard, and I really wanted to do this on my own. So I revisited the song and I decided I'm going to redo it. And I gave a whole flat spin on it, where I combined the passion of hard rock or rock music and hip hop, and I was able to throw down, and I did. So this is the result, and the message I think is so relevant today. It was written back then, and I just hope it can be one of those songs that can maybe transcend just the traditional, I would say, stereotypes of traditional just style of music, genre. So I'm just glad that I was able to put the song together, because the thing is, I love the song. And I may end up just putting this out one day, and I decided to do it. And this is it, so I hope you enjoy it. This is Ghetto Gospel, and there's a little bit of background on what it's all about. And pay attention to the lyrics, it's an incredible message. So just click on the links below, and you'll see some incredible, maybe some original music from the actual artist. And if I'm not mistaken, the chorus had Mr. Elton John sing on it, so it was quite a left turn. I mean, hip hop and Elton John singing, and I was like, what's going on here? So in an age where CDs are, you know, well, it's becoming a bit of a novelty at the moment, but vinyl and all that, cassette, I can see is also coming back. But it was just great that people would just get back to music, to what it really is. Hope you enjoyed this, and catch you in the next one. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to check out the music. Break it down.
My ghetto gospel. Those who wish to follow me. My ghetto gospel. I welcome with my hands. And the red sun sinks at last into the hills of gold. And peace to this young warrior without the sound of guns. Recollect me from my hood days, I sit and reminisce, thinking of bliss of the good days. I stop and stare at the younger, my heart goes to him. The test is the stress that they under, and nowadays things change. Everyone's ashamed of the youth, cause the truth looks strange. And for me it's reversed, we left them a world that's cursed, and it hurts. Cause in it they'll push the button, and all good men like Malcolm X and Bobby Hutton died for nothing. Don't it make you get teary? The world looks dreary. When you up your eyes, see it clearly. There's no need for you to fear me. If you take your time to hear me, maybe you can learn to cheer me. It ain't about black or white, cause we human. I hope we see the light before it's ruined. My ghetto gospel. Those who wish to follow me, welcome with my hands. And the red sun sinks at last into the hills of gold. And peace to this young warrior without the sound of guns. Tell me, do you see that old lady? Ain't it sad? Living out of bags, but she's glad with the little things she has. And over there, there's a lady, crack got her crazy. Guess it's giving birth to a baby. And out of truth and let her frame me. From out of the frying pan, we jump into another form of slavery. Even though I get discouraged, wonder if I take it all back, will I still keep the courage? I refuse to be a role model. I set goals, take control, drink out my own bottles. I make mistakes and learn from everyone, and when it's said and done, I beg this brother be a better one. If I upset you, don't stress. finish with me. I feel his hand on my brain. When I ride rounds, I go blind and let the Lord do his thing. But am I less holy? Cause I choose to puff a blunt and drink a beer with my homies. Before we find world peace, we gotta find peace and end the war in our streets. My ghetto gospel goes away.